Anthony Hartwig here with a Crestview Girls Basketball Coaches Corner with head coach Aaron Blatch. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Hey, thank you for having me, Anthony. I appreciate it.
Man, you got it. Congratulations, first of all, on the district win last night to punch your ticket to the district championship. Let's go over it. This Middle Lake Catholic team gave you a big battle. What were some of the keys to your victory in the game last night?
Well, yeah, Lake Catholic did a really nice job. We knew it was going to be a battle coming in, and we didn't get off to a very good start. We were down by 10 at the end of the first quarter. We definitely didn't finish that quarter very well within the last 2 minutes. So I give our kids a lot of credit. You know, we kept our composure, in between quarters. We came out, got off to a little bit better start. And, that second quarter, we ended with a little bit of a flurry there. Ava Busey got going, knocked down a few shots for us. We got out in transition a little bit. And, we found ourselves down one at halftime. I thought, kind of given where that started and where we could have been, that was a little bit of a, and, I think we were tied after three. And, we said going into the fourth quarter, if you'd asked us at the beginning of the year, hey, could you win one quarter to have a chance to go to the district final? I think we all would have taken that. So, we kind of put things in perspective, and our girls came out and played a really strong fourth quarter and were able to kind of seize control of the game.
A lot of teams, if they're down like that in the first quarter, they have a slow start, they're in a tight spot. They would rely on their veteran leadership to get them through. But this roster that you have is pretty dang young. No seniors on the team. So who were some of the players that were kind of the vocal leaders and some of the ones that kind of got you guys mentally out of that tight spot?
Thought it was I thought it was a combination of people. First of all, I want to give a lot of credit to our point guard, Reagan Edwards. She does it vocally, but man, by example, we didn't even know the other day if she'd be able to play. She's been playing through a hand injury. She's probably going to need surgery after the season. Um, she then injured her other hand at practice the other day. Um, sat out a day. We kind of went light with her the day before the game. I think seeing her out there fighting like crazy defensively, handling the ball, I thought that set a great example. Likewise, I mentioned Ava Busey. She's been out, missed our last two games with a knee injury. Those two guys I thought showed a ton of toughness, and leadership by kind of fighting through that. In addition, Addison Rhodes is always vocal. Even as a freshman, I think she's kind of taken on that role. Lavraine Gaskins, Emily Downey, two of our other captains, maybe a little bit more quiet by personality. But they're leaders in their own right as well. Both on the court and in huddles during timeouts. So, it's been a little bit by committee. Young players step up and and lead with their words and actions. So that I think that's been great for us.
Addison and Lavraine are the two players that get talked about the most on the outside from your program, and obviously they've been the statistical leaders so far this year. How have you seen them handle this stage of the districts as young players on the varsity level?
Well, they've done a great job, and they both generate a lot of attention. Uh, I thought that really tried to swarm Lavraine anytime she got caught it down there. There were a lot of bodies around. I thought she did a better and better job as the game went on of going up strong, getting herself to the foul line a little bit, finishing through contact a little bit. And Addison, same thing. Honestly, that was probably the best job that Addison's done, or one of the best jobs that she's done all season, of playing through contact at the rim. Something that we've talked about that we haven't really experienced yet is in the tournament, the games are physical. A lot of times, officials are going to let a little bit more go, or going to let the girls play through some contact. And sometimes that can be detrimental to a team as young as we are, we're maybe not as physically strong as what we're going to be in a year or two. I thought those two both did a great job, playing through that, not complaining when, we didn't get a call or whatever may have happened, continuing to play hard. And, they both made some huge plays late. Addison did what she does all the time. We're down three with about 3 minutes left. She knocks down a three. She knocks down some free throws late to kind of ice it. Lavraine, I thought, had a great play where she got a steal around the half court line, led the break herself down the stretch, had a nice finish. That's something that a year ago I don't think she'd have been capable of doing. So it's really kind of showing her growth. So they're both great players and they're both continuing to get better. And I thought we're both huge in that game last night.
So here you are now in the district championship, and before we preview, the matchup that you're going to have with Laurel and what some of the game plan is against them, the first question I have when you get ready for a district championship, obviously, like we said before, you're gonna have everyone back next year, so obviously you want to win. But how much does knowing that this experience is going to pay dividends down the line, whether the result is positive or negative on Saturday, how much does that make you excited for a coach knowing that this young roster is in a district championship and they're going to be able to carry this experience with them into next season and developing into next year?
Well, that's definitely exciting, but we're very much just kind of focused on the opportunity in front of us. You I don't think we ever want to just assume that, we hope this is a yearly thing, but
Mhm.
I'm definitely not making that assumption. Things happen, teams get upset, there's injuries, there's other factors. We've got a really good that's going to continue. So, we definitely don't want to concede any opportunity that we're going to get. We're here right now. And we've got a tremendous opponent in front of us that is going to be the best test that we faced so far. I think we're going to be up for that challenge. And we just said today, that regardless of outcome, we're going to do everything possible we can do to try to win the game. But regardless of outcome, we're going to leave here proud of the effort that we put forth. So, we're going to have a plan. We're going to fight like crazy. Whatever happens, happens. But we definitely we're not looking ahead to next year yet or down the road. We're going to put everything we can into Saturday.
Let's talk about this opponent that you're going to have in front of you. It's Laurel. They've been the talk of the Division Three. Obviously, they have a couple of freshmen that have come into that program and kind of lit the world on fire. Very talented, very hard schedule. But now that you've gotten the chance to see them on film and prepare for them a little bit, what are some specific things that you see that make them such a difficult team to deal with and are going to make them a big obstacle for you guys?
Yeah, they're very good. They're very talented. They're long. They're very physically strong, and that was we've been watching them on tape. Yesterday was the first time that I got to see them actually in person, and the one thing that jumped out to me is how physical they are, how strong they are. We're definitely going to need to match that physicality and their toughness level. Um, that they've got exceptional players. They're a good team top to bottom, but the senior girl Bixley and the freshman Hall are as good as anybody you're going to see around here. Very talented. So we know we need to do a good job on those two. We know that they have plenty of other capable people as well, but with their length and athleticism, they can get out and run and really hurt you in transition and really hurt you on the boards. We really need to try to take away that easy stuff. I mean, they're capable of doing difficult things too, but if we're giving them putbacks, if we're giving them 1-on-0 layups, then that's where things are going to get out of hand. If we can limit those things and make them play in the half court and make them score over our size and our length, which we have too, then then I think good things will happen for us.
If you happened to be, this is if you were on the other side of the bracket and you had to play Laurel in the regionals, you would have been without tape, like, right? So you would have been matched up with them. It would just been all I can see is the film. You wouldn't have been able to see them live. How much did seeing them live on Wednesday give you guys a little bit of an advantage to see them live and be able to see in person what they do?
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, I think it's always helpful if you get to see a team in person. In a weird way, we might have benefited a little bit even in the last round. We had kind of a strange circumstance where Beechwood, decided for safety reasons not to play our sectional final game. We would have loved to have played that game. We were disappointed that we couldn't. But then, our coaches and some of our players got to go and watch Lake Catholic in person. I thought that that was kind of beneficial for us to, just get a little bit better feel than you get on film of how quick someone is, what someone's size is like, seeing them up close. So we were glad that last night that, a couple, we didn't send the team early. I just wanted our team focused on nothing but last night's game. But from a coaching perspective, if you get to see someone in person, I think you need to take advantage of that. So I think that was helpful, to kind of see some things that they do and learn a little bit more about their personnel.
We talk about this conference and we've been gassing it up all year, and this is kind of proof. It's you guys. Garfield's in a district championship. Liberty's in a district championship. On the other side, Western Reserve's in the district championship, and you have Springfield in the district championship. This MVAC has really showed up in this tournament. What does that say about this conference and who you have to go up against every night?
Yeah, it's since we've been in the league, this is year, I think, 5 in this conference. It's a really good league. I think our tier in particular has always been very strong. That's definitely the case this year. I think the other tier as well, like we got to play Springfield, we played Lowellville. Lowellville's they had a nice tournament run here as well. Springfield's still playing. We didn't play Western Reserve this year, but I know they do a great job as well. It does speak to the depth and the strength of this league. And come tournament time, I think the one nice thing is I think the coaches and the teams in our conference are all kind of pulling for one another. So in the other bracket, the Struthers bracket, we're going to end up with one team or the other, whether that's Garfield or Liberty. One's going to be a district champion. So, we're rooting for those teams and you know, uh we're going to do our best to take care of business in our bracket as well. So, a lot of good teams in this area, and we're excited about those other teams' success as well.
I'm sure you realize that if you win on Saturday, it will be an all MVAC regional semifinal as well, no matter who wins in Struthers. So that would be a big boost for the conference too to have a guaranteed player inside the regional final.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That would be a lot of fun. If we could make that happen, and with Garfield, we split it this year. First time we played, probably the most well played fun game we've been a part of this year, and we beat them in overtime at their place a couple weeks ago. With Liberty, we've had two absolute battles. 2 weeks ago, we were down 8 with 2 minutes left and came back against them at our place to force overtime. Ended up winning there. We played a good close game, beat them at their place as well. So if either one of those matchups happens, I'm sure it's going to be a great game.
I'm going to ask you to put your analyst hat on real quick, if you wouldn't mind, and just give us what your take is against those two teams against each other in Struthers and what your kind of feel for it is. Obviously, you played them both twice. How do you think that game's going to go? Not predictions or anything like that, but like, how do you think that game is going to look?
Well, I think it's going to be a battle for sure. And kind of so focused on our own stuff in the tournament, I
Mhm.
haven't really watched any tape from the other bracket. But I know Liberty's kind of got a different dimension now with Sienna Smith being back. I haven't seen her. I heard she sounded like against Poland played very well. She's when healthy is one of the absolute best players in the area, and they already have a few other studs with Watson and Foster. Garfield, likewise, I feel like they have, three outstanding players and, some really nice role players to go along with them. both teams are going to be familiar. Both coaches. There's not going to be a lot of surprises. I think that's going to be a really competitive, fun game. If we weren't playing, I'm glad that we are, but I would definitely like to attend that one too. So I'm curious how that one's going to go.
Before we let you go, Coach, you have the opportunity to cut the nets down on Saturday. What would that mean for this program, for your coaching staff, and these players?
Oh, it would mean a lot. We said today we're coming with scissors. We're not here to be a spectator. We're not here to get Laurel autographs. They've got a great team and they've got our complete respect. We're coming in with every intention of winning the game. It's been since 2007, I think, since Crestview has won a district. It had been since 2008 since we won a league title. That was one thing on our list that we were able to accomplish. Um, I think that this is the next logical step, and it's going to be tough. We're going to have to be very good. We're going to have to play our best game of the year. We're going to have to trust one another, and really be connected on both sides of the ball. But I've got a lot of faith in our kids. I've got a lot of faith in the preparation that we've done throughout the year, and our assistant coaches. We've just got so many great people, I think, involved in our program, and we're going there with the intention of winning, and it's going to be a battle.
Coach, we have all the faith in you in the world as well. We can't wait to watch you do your work on Saturday. Our very own Larry Scragg will be on the call. He's been with you all season. He'll be there in Lakeview for that showdown for YSN's coverage. We can't wait to see it, Coach. Congratulations on all the success so far. We hope it keeps going. Good luck the rest of the way. And hey, hopefully we can talk to you again next week about a regional semifinal matchup.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for all your support throughout the year, and I appreciate you having me on.
You got it, Coach.